pleasant day in the sun or a death trap? Lifesavers brace for the worst as the festive season gets into full swing. One of South Africa's biggest banks gets a bloody nose over its R1 million a month giveaway. And a frustrating day for the Proteas as they kick off the first test against India. This is E-News Prime Time. A very good evening. It's not just our dangerous roads you have to fear this festive season. Many people will be gambling with their lives the moment they put their toes in the surf, and lifesavers are worried.
Quiet for now, but in the days to come, thousands will flock to these beaches. Some will never make it home. Lifeguards form a thin and desperately stretched line between rowdy beachgoers and what can be a deadly sea. Last year, alcohol, numbers and sheer ignorance helped turn these shores into killing grounds. 30 people drowned in KwaZulu-Natal alone, 10 in just one night. Lifesavers are hoping a new crack team of rescuers on call 24 hours a day will limit the toll this year.
We will have large numbers of people on our beaches along the coastline, and we appeal to the public to listen to the lifeguards, swim between the red and yellow flags, don't get drunk on the beaches and go into the sea. It makes life really difficult for the lifeguards. Our drowning figures for this year so far are way down on last year. We're hoping to keep it that way.
So far, there have been 3 drownings in the province this festive season. Poor weather's been keeping people off the beaches, but lifesavers are hoping their message is finally getting through.
Lifeguards expect the number of drownings to increase over the next few days and say while they will be out in full force, your life remains in your own hands. Vanessa Govender, E-News, Durban.
If you've heard about another looming fuel shortage, you can relax, so says the Petroleum Industry Association, SAPIA. It's reacting to claims by some petrol stations that supplies are running low, particularly in the Western Cape.
A year ago, this was a familiar sight around Cape Town and the Western Cape. Petrol pumps stood empty as stocks ran dry. The problem then, the switch to unleaded fuel that caught both government and the petroleum industry off guard. 12 months later, a sense of déjà vu for several service stations around Cape Town. This week, many were forced to once again turn motorists away as their pumps stood empty. The South African Fuel Retailers Association says they've been down this road once before.
So what's worrying us is that it always starts off with pockets. I've heard that there was a problem in Nelspruit yesterday. I've heard that there's a problem in Gauteng. It seems to be worse in the Western Cape. But our concern is that this is a start and it's going to get worse.
The Petroleum Industry Association says there have been problems getting fuel to some service stations, but talk of a looming national crisis is a load of hot air.
The number of people are running around and like prophets of doom are saying, you know, there's going to be the shortage. And my answer to them is that there's not going to be a shortage.
For the time being, any fuel shortage problems are limited to the Western Cape. So if you're in Gauteng or Mpumalanga and are not planning a trip to Cape Town in the next few weeks, there's no reason to panic just yet. Lukhanu Khalata, E-News, Cape Town.
3 robbers who tried to hold up a Johannesburg pub got much more than they bargained for. The trio were gunned down by an alert off-duty policeman before they could make a getaway. Now, the 3 men carrying pistols burst into this pub at around 8 o'clock last night and started robbing customers of their cell phones and wallets. An off-duty policeman opened fire on the robbers and 2 of them never made it out of the pub alive. The 3rd collapsed and died in the parking lot. The Pretoria High Court has dealt a major blow to one of South Africa's biggest banks. It has ruled that First National Bank's R1 million a month account is illegal. It says it contravenes the National Lotteries Act.
First National Bank says its R1 million a month account was designed to encourage customers to save. Clients with these accounts stood the chance of winning cash prizes up to R1 million, but they earned no interest on their deposits. The National Lotteries Board felt this product contravened the Lotteries Act, took them to court and won. FNB says it'll take the case to the Supreme Court of Appeal in Bloemfontein. It says clients' deposits are not in jeopardy and the draws will continue pending their appeal. Last year, the Advertising Standards Authority ordered FNB to pull its million-a-month adverts, saying they were misleading about the benefits to consumers.
Well, OPEC has decided to delay its restriction of oil output, opting to wait for the Northern Hemisphere winter to end. From February the 1st, OPEC will cut output by 500,000 barrels per day. Leaders of the oil-producing nations have decided to expand their club, and they'll be welcoming Angola on board next February. Analysts say the move is a strong signal that the cartel is targeting high prices and a tighter grip on world oil resources. Minutes after the announcement, the price of oil jumped to over $62 per barrel. And with that, let's take a quick look at the markets. When E-News Primetime continues, audacious thieves target power pylons, causing major outages in the Eastern Cape.